What's up, you guys? 9 up, and today is Monday, so that means we're going to be talking about dreams, because that's what we do on my channel on Mondays. Okay, so I'm still doing voiceovers because I still don't feel good and all that other stuff, but like I said, today's dream. So we're going to be talking about where we go in our dreams, because you know I am so fascinated on what is going on in our dreams. And I don't know if I said this before, but I'm going to say this now. I'm on a mission to figure out what is going on in our dreams and all things of that nature, right? And stuff like that. So today's video, we're going to focus on who are we, and is it even possible to interact with people, living beings, in our dreams? Is there a place that we all go together, like people on planet Earth? Now, I know there are other beings and stuff like that, but I'm not going to focus on other beings outside of planet Earth. I'm only going to focus on the living beings on planet Earth. Can we interact with other living beings? Is that even possible? And if it is possible, is it because we all go to the same place? Like, you know what I mean? All things of that nature. So let's get into the first clip, and maybe that could help me explain it a little bit better and stuff like that. And hopefully by the end of this video, you guys get what I'm trying to say. If not, don't worry, because there's plenty more Mondays to go where we'll be talking about dreams and all things of that nature.
Caroline, you are in terrible danger. You probably think this was a dream come true, but you're wrong.
What is this? What is this, please?
So the last two clips that I played that you have to pause and read, I played them because I wanted to put out there that there are other people who believe that they are connecting with living souls on planet Earth. Now, I know there are other souls, entities, blah, 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 they're all over, but we want to focus on planet Earth because that's all we know to be real or true, that we all agree on to be real. And that's speaks a lot. If you're speaking with real people in your dreams, it pushes my point on where are we when we go in our dreams, that you are coming in contact with living souls that are on planet Earth. And I want to just speak to planet Earth. You may come in contact with other souls from other planes, dimensions, whatever. That's not what I'm focused on. I'm focused on people who are living souls that you come in contact with that live on planet Earth, what we are calling the real world. So it kind of like, for me, the whole point of this video is to say, where are we going when we dream? What's going on in our dreams? And what is going on Earth and stuff like that? What is real? Is our dreams like our home base or whatever? Is Earth our home base? What is going on? And stuff like that. So now I'm going to play these next few clips just to kind of push that point.
Okay, absolutely not. I just saw a pretty viral video of somebody explaining how terrifying it is to be lucid dreaming and then making everybody in your lucid dream aware that you're aware that you are dreaming. There are rules to this shit. I don't care. I don't care if you think I'm crazy. I literally don't. I've been lucid dreaming my whole life. You're not supposed to know. So I want you to follow me. I want you to think Dr. Strange, okay? And how Dr. Strange manipulates reality. I immediately am lucid dreaming. Immediately am in a lucid dream. And my reality is shifting. Driving on the sky, driving on a bridge. The bridge crumbles. I fall into a tree line. Colors in this tree line do not exist in this reality. I could never describe them because they don't fucking exist. I'm in the ocean. I'm in space. I am traveling through dimensions to get to my destination. I know that this is what is happening to me. It's been happening to me my entire life. I finally get to my destination. My destination happens to be a small diner. But the second that I walk into this diner, I'm immediately like, this is uncanny valley type shit, even for my dreams. Okay? I am immediately so fucking uncomfortable. And I'm watching everybody in the booths, like, making minor movements, mouthing words, but not actually having a conversation. And then all of a sudden I start hearing a laugh track in the background, and I go, oh my God, they're like extras in a sitcom. But the more I look, the more I realize they don't realize that they are extras, okay? They just exist to exist, and they are unaware. But there's one handsome guy, which is important, sitting at a table by himself in the middle of the diner, and he makes eye contact with me, which you also know shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. And he said, so we're the only ones that know what's going on? And I should have known right then not to trust him. So I say, yeah, I guess we are. He stands up, we go sit backs to a wall on the ground and start talking about how nobody seems to realize that reality isn't what we think it is, that we're just being watched all the time. He was warning me. And I am just like having this open dialogue with this guy. But something tries to wake me up. I hear a voice on the left side of my body, but it isn't in my dream. It's not in my dream. No. No, this voice was coming from a land far the fuck away and said, ask him his name. Ask him his name. And it got so powerful, like to snap me the fuck out of it. So I immediately turned to him and I said, what is your name? When I tell you he was no longer handsome, he was livid and his face was morphing, and
boy, do I have something to tell you guys, and I'm kind of tripped out. And I think I'm tripping out because of everything that's been going on in the world. But on September 13th, I had a dream, and I was lucid dreaming. So I was aware, or I was conscious. And the reason why I didn't film that video was because I didn't want to spread any fear-based information, or I don't like that stuff. You know, like I don't like all prediction. This is going to happen. No, I just like to just talk about whatever happens to me in real life, you know. But this actually was a little bit of a trip. And I have receipts to show you too that I was going to film this video because everything around me was pushing me to film it, and it still is. So I'm just gonna do it. So this is just kind of like what I was going to film. Auditorium, the wizard guy. On top of that staff was that globe. It was an auditorium filled with people. So I was in an auditorium filled with people. It looked like a school auditorium, but just a stadium size. And I was looking around because I was like, where the hell am I? And it looked like this, literally, right? So I'm looking around trying to see like, hey, do I know anybody? So whatever. So I sat down and I had like a little desk as well. I had a notepad and I had a pen and a pencil. And I remember just looking around me and then seeing this dude just walk in. Everyone was chattering and talking amongst each other, and I was just there. And this guy just walks in, and he looked like this. But the thing is that you can't see his face. It was just like the bottom like that, like his beard down, and the top was like a cloud. And he was a giant. He was like maybe 20 feet, like he was huge. And behind him was like a projector. He starts to yell, "Silence! Listen up, because I'm only going to say this once, and I'm going to do it quickly, and let's go." He starts to play like this PowerPoint looking thing, and it's a video. And it's literally every catastrophic thing you could think of all over the world. Tsunamis, earthquakes, volcano eruptions, you name it. As I was playing, I don't know where the room just changed color. It changed into like this olive green. And he stopped the video and he said, "All right, exactly what you're feeling right now, that needs to stop. That is fear. You are not supposed to have fear of this." And stop, he had a world like this. And every time there was like a video of something, it would glow in different parts of the world.
And he just pressed play. And there was just more things going on. And he just had this feeling of like helplessness. Because you would see like I mentioned, earthquakes, tsunamis, volcano eruptions, the earth splitting, comets, and a lot of other things that is just crazy to see. Anyways, this wizard guy, he just went on to say, "You're being called into this mass meeting because you need to understand that you cannot stop what's to come. And you need to put aside this paralyzing fear. Being afraid is not going to change the domino effect of what's to come. You must have faith and trust." And he points out, "We'll always find a way to give you strength and guidance, to help others stay in faith in the dark. You need to keep shining your light in order to keep fighting this. Now tell them, and tell them all, to have faith and believe."
If you lose a job, keep the faith. If you lose a spouse, keep the faith. If you bury your child, keep the faith. If you have to downsize, keep the faith. If you have to move in with your mama, keep the faith. If you're at your wit's end, keep the faith. If you have to catch the bus, keep the faith. If you have to come, keep the faith. If you get sick, keep the faith. If you lose your kidneys, keep the faith. If you got heart trouble, keep the faith. You might not get a new heart, but you gotta keep your faith.
Crazy shit, right?
When your consciousness shifts into the fourth dimension, then yes, you can meet up with any other entity that is within that dimension. When you go to sleep at night and your consciousness shifts from your physical body into your astral body, that is the body used within the fourth dimension. So that is where you are dreaming. One of these four levels, the mental, upper astral, lower astral, or emotional, are one of the four levels where you are experiencing your dreams. People who dream in black and white are in the emotional level. So whether the person is still alive, they still have a soul. They can transfer their consciousness into their soul and move about the fourth dimension. If someone is not any longer alive, they have passed on, they still have a soul. They no longer have a physical body, but they are still there in the fourth dimension. So you can meet up with them, call them up. "Hey, yo, I'm in town. I'm in yo city. You know what I mean? I'm in yo dimension. Let's link up." You know what I mean? So you can meet up. Time is not a factor. That is what the fourth dimension is. Right now, in the third dimension, we are locked in the present moment, but time is not a factor within the fourth dimension. So therefore, you can move about through time just the same way you can move about through your living room. You know what I mean? And so you can, it takes no time to travel. So the person can be on the other side of the planet. It doesn't matter. Within the fourth dimension, bing, you can be there instantly. Bing, you can manifest things instantly. That's why concentration is so vital within here. Because if you don't have the level of concentration to meet up with that person, maybe you get distracted and your mind goes somewhere else. Bing, boom, you meeting up with something that's scary because you was already in a scary state of mind. You know what I mean? You have to have a level of control over your attention and have a level of control over yourself if you want to learn how to navigate this fourth dimension. So before I ever teach anybody about astral projection, lucid dreaming, or anything, I have to make sure that they have cultivated a level of control over their attention. That's a responsibility I take on. So that's what I would always suggest to anybody wishing to lucid dream or astral project. Build your concentration. That's why the very first course I made was a Keys to Success course that'll teach you how to build your concentration, strengthen your concentration. It works. It's a mental muscle. So no matter where you're at in the scope of controlling your attention, ADD, ADHD, ABCD, EFG, it does not matter. It might take a little more work than most people, but that's okay. You know what I mean? It's a mental muscle, just like your regular muscles. With regular exercise and discipline daily, it will grow and it will strengthen, and you will become a master of that fourth dimensional travel after some time.
focusing more on lucid dreaming versus astral projection, and I've been lucid dreaming every day, which, by the way, it's good to take breaks from lucid dreaming. Your mind does need that rest. But anyways, I've been dreaming in different perspectives, and it's trippy AF. For example, the dream that tripped me out the most, and I need to know if others have experienced the same, but the dream was I became lucid in my dream, but I was in someone else's body living a different life. And what tripped me out is, like, I played a part in this specific dream. Like, I had a completely different life. Like, I'm here living in Southern California, and in this dream, I think I was in like South Carolina, and I was at a gas station, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I knew I was dreaming, but I was a character in someone else's dream is what it felt like. It just completely tripped me out because I've always had full control of my lucid dreams. I've been lucid dreaming since I was 4. I've never been lucid in someone else's body in a dream. Lately,
I've been lucid dreaming with other people, like very awake and aware to the fact that I was dreaming.
I'm not an expert, but I've been lucid dreaming probably my entire life. And there's a few things that you can do in the waking world to be able to tell whether you're in a dream or not. Because if you get good at lucid dreaming, you might not know. It's weird. But the first thing I do is I touch my fingers to my thumb 3 times, or I push on a door frame or a wall, a solid object. For some reason, that's different in a dream. Also, just like Inception, don't tell the dream people or dream things that it's a dream. It's weird. It could come all crashing down. But also, if you're in a meditation and your goal is to actually lucid dream, you should do some meditations to set up some protections, because you're entering a different realm, and there are malevolent things there. Not often, but it happens. And the other thing is also, if you're trying to lucid dream, it's best to have a mantra, like when you're going to sleep. If you're in that meditative state before you fall asleep, just have that mantra. Mine is, the next thing I experience will be a dream. The next thing I experience will be a dream. And then when you enter the dream, you already know what's going on. You don't have to figure it out. And this is weird and probably only me, but when I'm about to dream or about to fall asleep, when I'm entering that realm, I hear like circus calliope music, like like shit's about to get weird, buckle up. But a good guided meditation for lucid dreaming is the Reality Revolution podcast. There's the lucid dreaming one, and then there's the spirit guided meditation. That one is very interesting if it works for you. Last thing, if you are trying to astral project, best of luck, but set up protections before. Just like I said before, that's where actual things can affect you.
Okay, so for most of these dreams, I cannot even speak on because a lot of these things did not happen to me. But there was one where she kind of spoke on like living in someone else's body or lucid dreaming in someone else's body. And I kind of spoke on like living in different lives. I think that's more so what it is. It's like living in different bodies and stuff like that and playing like different characters. That's what it feels like. So I can't touch on that. It's crazy. It is trippy, and it's real when you're in the moment. And when you wake up, you kind of be like, this is not real. But everybody is so sure around you in the dream that this is real. That's why I feel like if you, depending on what type of person you are, you will be waking up more easily, like really waking up and getting in trouble in that realm, because in that realm you have to listen. And if you stand your ground or saying certain things, I feel like you kind of do get in trouble, or you wake up or whatever. I don't even know what is going on, so I can't even say you get in trouble. So let me take that back. Something weird happens though, as you can see this. I mean, try it for yourself. Say that you know you're dreaming if you wake up, and send that story or post that story on TikTok. Hopefully I find it, the algorithm brings me to you. But yeah, post that story and see it for yourself. I'm not even joking, y'all. It's either, like, dreams are just one of those things you guys see for yourself. First of all, everybody's dreams are different, and it seems like we're not all going to the same places, and so things are going to work differently for you. But I do want to hear how, wherever you go, how things work and what's going on over there in your dream world, place, whatever. But that was it for today's video. Thanks so much, Nancy Not Out. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you understood. I might post another video today. If not, you already know, see me tomorrow, and the day after, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. So yeah, Nancy Not Out. Thank you for watching this video.